to our presentation, and thank you for giving us this opportunity. My name is Alyssa Wallace, and I go to Kearsley High School, and I'm currently a senior.
I am also a senior. My name is Liliana Sanson Espinoza, and I attend Kearsley High School.
I'm a junior. My name is Isaiah Charles, and I attend Kearsley High School.
Okay, so the Michigan economy. The Michigan economy, as we know, is very diverse. In advanced manufacturing, scientific services, and automotive, and aerospace. So our major consumption areas are those typical as of any other state. And that includes housing, healthcare, and recreation. Canada is our largest trading partner due to its proximity, and the state's natural resources boost the tourism around, like the Great Lakes, for example. Although the population decline poses labor market risks, Michigan is becoming a leading entrepreneurial state, showing 8.9% growth in business ventures, and it is ranked 16th in the U.S. economy for the economic outlook. And the GDP in 2024 was $554.3 billion. The difference between Michigan and the nation and other states. So the nation as a whole has a very diverse economy, and Michigan, there is diversity, but there isn't enough diversity in sectors because we're too dependent on the automotive industry, and its fluctuations heavily affects how Michigan's economy is overall. Our data analysis. So as we see in the first graph, the jobless rate in Michigan versus the United States. In Michigan, we have a higher jobless rate than the United States. The second is the average weekly earnings in Michigan, which is also less than the United States. And the housing values in Michigan is, again, less than the United States. Background and unique challenges. So Flint is the largest city in Genesee County. The unemployment rate, however, is 6.1% as of 2024. A unique challenge that Flint has faced would be the Flint water crisis and how the lead found in the pipes has affected the economy. So the population of Flint is primarily black, with the next majority being white. Persons in poverty in Flint is 34.4%, and the median household income in dollars is $36,194.
What do you hear when you think about the city of Flint? Where does your mind go to? Many people think abandoned landscapes and buildings and houses, the Flint water crisis, or underprivileged women, children, and men. So with this, our local problem band, the stigma, this is deeply rooted in the higher paying jobs. As many of you know, Flint, Michigan was centered around the automotive industry, which was General Motors. In the 1950s and 60s, they were at its peak with 80,000 workers and making Flint a wealthy city. In the 1980s, it became a big decline with the closures of plants and General Motors cutting costs. This is showing that in 2010, GM jobs in Flint fell to under 8,000 workers when it was just at 80,000 a couple of decades ago, making the Buick City plant only have 27,000 workers, which caused it to close in 1999. This led to the mass unemployment, which tens of thousands of auto workers in Flint lost their jobs, increasing poverty, as we saw on the last slide. Unemployment rates exceeded to 20%, destabilizing many incomes, which Flint now today, population fell from a peak of over 100,000 in 1960 to about 79,000 today. So now, currently, as we saw on the previous slides, approximately 34.4% of Flint's residents live below the poverty line. We know that this is a solution or like a fix that we need to overcome due to the last slides, but now we're talking about the rundown infrastructure that can be seen on the last slides with the abandoned buildings or houses. With this, we know that we need to change Flint's economy because it is increasingly and heavily being torn down, and with the economy, it is hurting it.
To get rid of the stigma of Flint, Flint must do 3 things: invest, rebuild, and redefine its image through success stories and growth. How we're going to invest is we're going to provide tax incentives for businesses. We're going to offer tax breaks to companies that open offices or manufacturing plants in Flint. How we're going to rebuild is we're going to support small businesses and startups. We're going to provide grants and low interest loans to local entrepreneurs. How we're going to redefine? We're going to expand new industries. We're going to focus on technology, healthcare, and green energy to reduce reliance on traditional manufacturing. How we're going to attract business investment and economic diversification. We're going to provide tax incentives that will target businesses in green energy, technology, and healthcare to support sustainable development goals. We are also going to create partnerships with local universities and businesses. It will promote tech startups and innovation hubs, helping Flint establish itself as an entrepreneurial center and build a diversified economy. How we're going to support small businesses and startups. We're going to build a supportive ecosystem in Flint. We're going to provide funding access to help startups thrive. We're going to establish business incubators and mentorship programs. We're also going to offer grants and low interest loans to small businesses.
And how we're going to expand our new industries. We can expand like green industries like solar power, wind energy, and electric vehicles. Another way we can encourage the expansions of new industries are biotech companies and incorporate them in our healthcare that we see today, like the McLaren Flint Hospital or the Kearsley Hospital that is used greatly in Genesee County. Lastly, we can do the tech innovation with a growth of tech-focused companies, and this can bring a new investment to create jobs in software, cybersecurity, and AI.
Alignment with zoning regulations, local government policies, and infrastructure. How we're in line with zoning regulations. Zoning rules can be changed to support new projects and ideas, helping bring businesses to less developed areas. How we're in line with local government policies. Flint's local government can use opportunity zones to offer tax breaks for investors, promoting business growth in less developed downtown and industrial areas. How we support the infrastructure. New businesses can improve the city's infrastructure, like transportation, water systems, and internet access, helping the economy grow.
Now, to do the financial feasibility and potential funding sources, we need to use our resources like we have General Motors that is already set up in Flint. And with this, we can set up a private sector to invest in new industries such as clean energy and technology. Another thing is partnerships with local banks, colleges, and nonprofits. This is very important because this can get our youth involved in changing the economy that they live in today. And with partnerships, we can make it interactive and we can make it fun to be a part of and to be a part of a new Flint. The last one is that we can do tax incentives like opportunity zone credits, new market tax credits, and this will heavily aim to attract private investment, helping relative struggling communities and promote more economic growth.
So our expected long-term impact and measurable economic benefits. These would be job creation, increased tax revenue, population growth, and improved public perception. So with our job creation, we're attracting businesses, especially in the green energy, as we said, like solar and wind energy. We have tech, healthcare, and this could create over 5,000 jobs within the next decade. Our increased tax revenue is new businesses and residents will boost the property and sale taxes for reinvestment in the infrastructure and public services. Our population growth would be the economic improvement and job opportunities that will stabilize the city's population. And lastly, as we said before, Flint has a very bad stigma, and with new businesses, new infrastructure, we can really increase the public perception and improve not only Flint's image, but Michigan's image and economy as a whole. So examples from other communities that have done this before is Detroit's recovery. They revitalized themselves through tax incentives and the shift to electric vehicles, and that has improved job growth and the city's reputation as a whole. Another example is Pittsburgh economic transition. It transitioned from steel to tech and healthcare, and that created over 50,000 new jobs. Flint can adopt a similar strategy in green industries and healthcare and do the example like how they did.
Lastly, we hope that we can take the city back by our IRR method with
Investing,
Rebuilding.
and redefining. Thank you.